My name is Tim Leong, and I'm doing a movement project on motivational climbing and the effects on 3 different levels. The first level is the youth level, doing an interviewing process, taking a look at Matthew Tofano, the youth football player, and then progressing to Christopher Santini, high school football player, and finally James Jones, professional football player. So that's going to be the movement project, and hope you enjoy. All right, so Matthew, how old are you?
11.
Okay, and what sport do you play?
Football.
All right, how many years do you think you've been playing so far?
Tackle or not?
Tackle.
4.
4 years, okay. And that's, you started at age, what age did you start at?
7, I guess.
Okay, okay. So, as far as motivation goes, how much do you think motivation is dependent on the team? Like, how much your cohesion is, and how you have friendships with other teammates and stuff like that. Is that do you feel that that's a factor of being motivation? Like, or can you?
Yeah, I guess.
I guess. All right, and then what about practice? Are you motivated to practice? No, no motivation for practice.
But for games.
For games, definitely.
Yes.
Okay. And then what happens if you win a game?
I get excited.
Excited. Okay. And then does that want you to? Is that
play more?
improve? Yeah. Okay.
Improve.
And then what about if you lose?
I get sad.
You get sad. Does that make you work harder the next week at practice, or does it kind of? If you lose a lot, then do you kind of?
If we don't win a game in like the whole entire season, then I get really sad, and then I don't work hard.
And then you
but
don't.
if we're undefeated, then we lose a game, then I'll get motivated to work harder.
Okay. Okay. So, are there any other outside factors that motivate you? Like
You?
me? Okay. Besides me?
No.
No, there has to be something else. Your dad?
Yeah.
Mom?
No.
No. Okay. All right. So at practice, when you're practicing in a drill, so say you're in your linebacker drill, right? And you have 3 other linebackers that are also in the drill. Are you trying to compete and
Be the best.
be the best out of that group?
Yeah.
Okay, does being the best within the group motivate you? Does that want you? Is that a factor right there? Okay. And what about when you're doing one-on-ones against someone else?
Yeah. If I lose, then I get mad and angry at that person. So I would try my hardest the next time.
Okay. I see. And then so one is within the group, and the next is doing one-on-one drills against someone else, and that gets you motivated to work harder next time. Now, what about during the game, the other person? Like, now you're a linebacker and you're staring at the running back. How does that make you feel? Nervous.
Like if he's coming straight at me and then I miss a tackle, that makes me I feel nervous that the next play that I would do that too, and the coaches would see that and take me out.
Oh, okay. So you want to make sure you work, you make that play. Okay. Okay. Now, as far as the coach, do you think the coach? How much do you depend on the coach for motivation? Do you think he's a factor?
Yeah.
Overall. Okay. What about when the coach gives you positive advice? Do you take that as motivation as a reward to do more? To keep on performing better? And then what about when he tells you negative advice that kind of tells you that you need to improve somewhere?
Then I would try to improve.
Okay. And then what about coaches at practice? Like, do you look for a coach at practice, or do you normally know what your role is and what's your task and what you have to perform, or do you depend on the coach to tell you what you have to do in the given the situation?
I most likely know my role, but if we're doing a drill and he tells me if I'm doing something wrong, then I wouldn't do better. But Like just during a regular scrimmage, I would
Okay.
know my role.
Okay. And then what about pregame preparation? How much do you rely on the coach to prepare you for a game? Is that big in motivation? So like the pregame speech.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is the speech? Do you look forward to the speech and getting you motivated and ready to
Yeah.
play the game, getting you fired up a little bit? Okay, good. And what about during the game? The instruction given by the coaches.
Well,
Does that motivate you to go in any direction, good or bad?
kind of. Yes. Yes. Yes.
All right. And then the post game, whether you win or lose, the speech after. Now, does if you lose and the coach tells you we did a lot of things wrong in some areas of the game, does that does that force you to work harder the next week? Definitely, right? Okay. And
Yeah.
then what about like if you win a game and he says you guys did a good job, let's keep up the good work. Do you take that as positive direction and motivation to prepare hard for the next week? Okay, perfect.